The past couple of weeks, we have seen multiple blockbuster trades, and with that, fans are quick on the gun to declare a winner. However, it is not that simple, especially when draft picks and prospects are included in a deal. Look at the Horvat trade. Yeah, the Islanders traded away a first round pick and blue chip prospect Aatu Ratu. Now, with proper development in drafting, Vancouver could win this trade by a landslide, but that is a what if. Let's not forget, prospects are not guaranteed. When you draft a player, best case Ontario, he becomes a 30-40 goal scorer. Bo Horvat is a 30 goal scorer. In fact, this season, Horvat is on pace for 50 goals. Does he hit 50? Probably no, but let's just say he's a 30 goal guy. This graph illustrates how many first round picks from 2012 to 2018 who have scored 30 goals in a season. In 2012, there were 5 guys who scored 30 plus goals. In 2013, there were 5, 2014, 8, 2015, 6, 2016, 5, 2017, 2, and finally, so far from the 2018 first rounders, there has been 2 30 goal scorers. And if I kept going into further drafts, this number would become even less, which also emphasizes that when you get a first round pick, it might take 5 or more years for them to start producing. And from 2012 to 2018, there was 212 first round selections. Of those 212 selections, 33 have had a 30 goal season. There is roughly a 15% chance that a first rounder scores 30. Now, let's only focus on players who have scored 30 goals more than once in their careers. Yep, there's only been 18 players that have had multiple 30 goal seasons, which is only 8% of all first rounders. And this doesn't even consider draft position, as there is a big difference between a top 3 pick and a late first rounder. So it's important to remember, when a team makes a big trade, like acquiring a first line 30 goal scorer, you have to think, does it actually make sense? And what do I mean by make sense? In a recent video about the downfall of the Vancouver Canucks, I went over one trade that has led to many of the issues that the Canucks are facing today, which was of course the OEL trade. And on face value, the Canucks needed scoring depth. Garland makes sense. Sure, and they would also still need defense. So they would acquire OEL. I'll ask you this, if you are in Vancouver's position and you have Quinn Hughes as your number 1 power play quarterback, does it make any sense to acquire a guy like Ekman Larsson, who spent his entire Arizona career playing on the number 1 power play unit, as Ekman Larsson went from playing over 5 minutes per game on the power play to 1 minute and 30 seconds this season? Sure, he's a decent defenseman, but if much of the value he provides to your team is based on creating offense on the power play, a position that is already filled, why would you trade for him? This trade was doomed from the start. It's not the right fit. And when it comes to trading for a guy who is a perfect fit, with the costs of leveraging your future, look no further than the Buffalo Sabres. Because back in June 2020, we would see the Sabres clean house. Because after a decade of disappointment, scratch that, after multiple decades of disappointment, Jason Botterill would be fired alongside 21 other employees, including their entire AHL coaching staff, 14 of their 21 scouts, directors of player development. So the question is, considering Botterill was GM for just 2 years before getting fired, how in the hell did this mess happen? What if I were to tell you one trade was the catalyst to this entire disaster? On July 1st, 2018, the Sabres would make a blockbuster deal as they would send Ryan O'Reilly to the St. Louis Blues for several prospects and draft picks. But here's the kicker. Following that season, Ryan O'Reilly would dominate the NHL as he would win the Frank J. Selke Trophy for being the NHL's best defensive forward, a Stanley Cup ring, playoff MVP, not a big deal. Hell, he would even be a finalist for the Lady Byng Award. So on top of that, he's a great guy. What can't Ryan O'Reilly do? Apparently he couldn't not hit a Tim Hortons, but I digress. And when a player leaves your team where he seemingly becomes a top player overnight, it makes you think, why wasn't O'Reilly this good for us? Is it coaching? Is it Jason Botterill who couldn't realize O'Reilly's potential? So yes, the St. Louis Blues hit a home run on this trade. If any trade single-handedly leads to winning a cup, it's a win. With that being said, I may or may not have withheld some information on the trade, because Tage Thompson, yeah, this guy,
Thompson with the giveaway. Here's a chance in front. Oh, what a goal by Taves Thompson!
Was also a part of this deal. And this trade is a great example on why you can't declare a trade winner when a trade occurs, especially when draft picks and or prospects are involved. Tage Thompson is arguably a top 10 player, and he's only 25, and this man is on pace for 55 goals, 110 points, including many highlight reel plays that displays shades of Mario Lemieux. So even though this trade was the catalyst that led to the firing of Jason Botterill, basically the entire Sabres organization, in reality, it ended up being a great trade. Does Botterill get fired if they know Tage Thompson is this good? Maybe not. However, sometimes leveraging your future horrendously backfires. Because back in 2018, the Vegas Golden Knights, in their inaugural season, would do the impossible as they would make it all the way to the Cup Finals. However, Ovi would happen. And in that next offseason, they would make a massive splash as they would acquire Montreal's captain in Max Pacioretty. However, Pacioretty and the Knights would not be able to replicate their first season success, as Patches was injured a lot. Now, he did have a couple good seasons, but health issues were persistent. And here's the kicker: Nick Suzuki has developed into a star for Montreal, as he is their leading point scorer, and ironically, the 31st captain of the Montreal Canadiens, which is also the Knights' expansion number. Wait, in the past couple seasons, Vegas would run into severe cap issues, where they would have to end up trading Max Pacioretty to the Hurricanes. Forget this! Future considerations, everybody! So in summary, Vegas traded away Thomas Tatar, who has been a solid middle six guy. Not to mention they had to trade a first, a second, and a third to get him. Nick Suzuki and a second. Max Pacioretty for future considerations. And I mean, you could look at it like that, but it's better to see it as Vegas saw an opportunity to win and jumped on it. Now they did fail, but they saw a chance. They had to get messy, but I don't really blame them. So the question is, if you're trying to win now, at what point should you not leverage your future? We've also been seeing a different strategy, where teams are still leveraging their future, but they trade for players who are younger guys, still have room to grow, and have a great cap hit. Think about Tampa acquiring Brandon Hagel last season. Yeah, they had to give up 2 first-round picks, which from face value is absurd. But in hindsight, this trade was genius. Brandon Hagel is 24 and is on pace for 70 points, 30 goals this season. There is an 8% chance a first-round pick scores 30 goals twice. And by trading away 2 first-round picks, not only did Tampa beat the odds, but they would basically fast forward their own first-round draft picks. Also, sorry if I sound brutal right now. I just got nose reconstruct. I just got punched by Ivan Provorov.